Hi, my name is Stella, and today I want to share a reflection from the Little Black Book, Lent 2026. Today's date is March 11th, 2026, the third Wednesday of Lent, and the reflection title today is Servant of Slaves. Venerable Henriette Delille is on the path to possibly becoming the first U.S.-born African-American saint. She endured racism throughout her life and is known for caring for slaves, the sick, the aged, and the forgotten, even opening the first Catholic home for the elderly in the United States. Born in New Orleans in 1813, Henriette was of mixed African and European background, Creole. Her mother was a free woman of color who entered a common law marriage with Henriette's father, who was French. It was common practice at the time for a European man to contract with a Creole woman, pledging support and education for their children. Henriette was trained by her mother in French literature, music, and dancing. However, she had a religious experience that led to a desire to serve God alone. At age 24, Henriette wrote in her prayer book, "I believe in God. I hope in God. I love. I want to live and die for God." In 1837, she brought together a group of women who became the Sisters of the Holy Family, the second Black religious order founded in the United States. The order helped many marginalized groups, especially older people who had no one to care for them. At the time, there were no Catholic homes for the elderly. She also taught enslaved children, even though it was illegal in Louisiana at the time. She believed everyone should know God. In 2010, she was declared venerable, and the church is investigating a possible miracle attributed to her intercession. The Sisters of the Holy Family continue to serve those in need. When asked to speak, Jesus speaks the truth. He will suffer for what he says, and he will be mocked about it, not only here, but even when he is dying on the cross. The Sanhedrin couldn't believe that this man standing before them was the Son of God. He didn't look the part. He didn't look the part for Paul either, who was puzzled when Jesus said, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" Jesus is not always easy to recognize in other people, especially in those who are in need. I will meet the Lord in a lot of people today. There's a passage from Mark chapter 14, verse 60 to 64. The high priest rose from the assembly and questioned Jesus, saying, "Have you no answer? What are these men testifying against you?" But he was silent and answered nothing. Again, the high priest asked him and said to him, "Are you the Christ, the Son of the Blessed One?" Then Jesus answered, "I am. And you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of the power and coming with the clouds of heaven." At that, the high priest tore his garments and said, "What further need have we of witnesses? You have heard the blasphemy. What do you think?" They all condemned him as deserving to die. The reflection reminds us to spend some quiet time with the Lord. One of the best advice I've gotten this Lenten season was from Father Mike Schmidt from Ascension Presents, and he recommends that we take some time during this Lenten season to just sit and be in the quiet, in the silence, and just hang out with Jesus and hang out with the Lord. And I'm finding that this is helpful, especially because our lives are so overstimulating and even trying to sit outside. You have cars passing by, you have maybe people walking and talking nearby, and maybe if you're at home, your phone is going off, or you might have a rice cooker that talks to you, or machines in the, at home talking to you or making beeping noises. So I encourage you to be intentional about spending some quiet time and just listen. Listen to what the Lord has to say to you. Thanks for letting me share and for listening to today's Lenten reflection. Thanks.